Hello everyone, welcome back. Today, we're going to look at how to craft a really effective abstract so that it would draw the attention of your reader in. Now, you have to understand that the abstract is the first thing that a lot of people would see of your manuscript. In fact, it might actually be the only thing that someone would see of your manuscript if it's published in a paid journal. So to entice the reader to further explore your hard work, the manuscript, and the story that you have crafted, you need to draw their attention in. You need to actually craft a really appealing, almost like a wrapping paper, to entice the reader to want to unwrap the puzzle, which is your manuscript. Now, in biomedical sciences, it is very common to come across structured abstract. Now, what do we mean by that? It means that there is actually a subtitle sections. For example, the background, the methods, the results, and the conclusion. Now, each of these sections actually corresponds to a section in your manuscript. The background to the background, the methods to the methods, the findings, of course, to your results, the conclusion to your discussions and implications, which essentially would also answer the four very important and essential questions that we talked about before, that are: why did you do the study? What did you do? What did you find? And how does your study contribute to the field? Now, in journals of physical sciences, it's common to have what we would call unstructured abstract, which means that there's no subheading, right, to each of the sections. Now, do not be confused by the term unstructured, all right? What it means is simply that it's not broken into sections, but it doesn't mean that it has no order. It still follows the same flow. You start with the background, you go on to talk about the methods, and then you go on to talk about what you found using your methods, and then you talk about the implications of your study. So in essence, it's actually a structured and ordered abstract, just without the subheadings. Okay? The way you approach it, the way you craft it, is actually the same. Now, so how do we make an abstract interesting, away from what's required of you in terms of the content to include? Now think about it. All right, you can't deviate too much from these four questions, but what you could do is actually craft a very logical story to guide your reader along. So first up, at the beginning, what you would do is to present the problem, the gap in the field, very succinctly and clearly, so that your reader understands why you need to do the study. And then in the middle, you put in the essential parts, your findings, your implications. Now, the little trick is here. At the end, after you talk about the conclusion and the implications of the field, which is, in a way, if you think about it, is basically, what is going to happen now because you have done the study. Now think of it the other way, right? Be a little bit more creative. Add a line, right? Add a piece of information to tell the reader what would happen if you didn't do the study, all right? What are the implications or the consequences even if your study is not being conducted and if you haven't found what you have found, all right? How would that affect the field? This is a little bit piece of trick that a lot of people tend not to think about and not to apply in their abstract. I hope that has been useful for you. So yes, the next time you write an abstract, try to include just a little bit of a kicker at the end. And as we always say, and which is actually true, the last line or the last piece of information that your reader gets from your writing is also the piece that will actually stay with your reader. Thank you.